studying your last two. I swim med when turned in. The styren down to mute. And can learn the pole that sunky died.
Let's begin the GST/HST rebate process by identifying which employment expenses may qualify. In this example, Amanda is an employee reviewing her employment expenses with her tax preparer. The first step is to look at the expenses themselves. Common examples can include office supplies, parking, the work-related portion of cell phone or internet costs, and certain vehicle expenses such as fuel, maintenance, repairs, or lease payments. But there is an important point. Not every employment expense qualifies for the GST/HST rebate. The key question is whether GST or HST was actually charged on the expense. For example, look at a receipt and identify the GST or HST amount. If GST or HST was included, that expense may contain a rebatable tax portion, assuming all other eligibility requirements are satisfied. If no GST or HST was charged, there is no GST/HST portion to claim. There are also expenses that generally do not qualify. Examples include insurance premiums where GST or HST is not charged, salaries or wages paid to assistants, and certain license or registration fees that do not include GST or HST. So, as a tax preparer, don't simply collect every expense and assume it qualifies. Review each category separately and determine whether GST or HST was actually paid. The important rule is this. Start with the employment expenses. Check for GST or HST, and keep only the amounts that qualify. Once the eligible expenses have been identified, we can move to the next step and use the appropriate tax forms to calculate the GST/HST rebate. Now we move to the second step, taking the eligible employment expenses and using them to build the GST/HST rebate claim. The first form we need is Form T777, the Statement of Employment Expenses. The deductible employment expenses are recorded on the T777. The expenses are entered including the applicable GST or HST, depending on the province. The appropriate GST or HST column is used. For example, provinces such as Alberta and British Columbia use the GST column, while HST provinces such as Ontario, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, and Prince Edward Island use the HST column. Once the eligible expenses have been recorded on the T777, we move to Form GST370. GST370 is the Employee and Partner GST/HST rebate application. The form requires information such as the employer's business number and the employment expenses that included GST or HST. The important point is that we are not manually calculating the GST or HST from every individual receipt. Instead, we provide the appropriate totals from the employment expense claim, and GST370 is used to determine the rebate amount. So think of the process as a simple flow. First, collect and identify the eligible employment expenses. Second, record those expenses on T777. Third, transfer the relevant totals into GST370. Fourth, GST370 calculates the GST/HST rebate. And finally, the form produces the rebate amount that will be used on the taxpayer's return. The key sequence to remember is T777 records the employment expenses. GST370 calculates the GST/HST rebate. Once we have that rebate amount, the next step is to transfer it to the taxpayer's T1 return. Now we reach the final step, reporting the GST/HST rebate on the tax return. Let's continue with Amanda's example, where her calculated GST/HST rebate is $693. After completing Form GST370, the rebate amount is transferred to the T1 general return. For the year in which Amanda claims the rebate, the $693 is entered on line 45,700 as a GST/HST rebate from GST370. Because line 45,700 is a refundable tax credit, this amount increases Amanda's refund or reduces the amount she may otherwise owe. But there is one very important point to remember. The $693 does not simply disappear after Amanda receives the refund. In the following tax year, Amanda must report that same $693 as employment income. It is entered on line 10,400, other employment income. Why does this happen? Because the GST/HST rebate is considered a recovery of employment expenses that were deducted in the previous year. So the basic two-year pattern is: claim the employment expenses and GST/HST rebate in the first year, then report the rebate as employment income in the following year. For Amanda, that means $693 on line 45,700 in the first year, followed by $693 on line 10,400 in the next year. Now let's look at the complete journey. Amanda starts with her employment expenses. Those expenses are recorded on T777. The relevant information is then used on GST370 to calculate the rebate. GST370 produces the $693 rebate, which is reported on line 45,700 of the current year's T1 return. Then, in the following year, the $693 is reported on line 10,400 as other employment income. Finally, remember the record-keeping requirement. The supporting documents, including the T2200, T777, GST370, receipts, calculations, and notes, should be kept safely. They do not normally need to be sent with the tax return, but they should be available if the CRA asks for them. The key memory rule is: rebate this year, line 45,700, included as income next year, line 10,400.